The Democratic Party is full on panicking over this recall in California, and they've taken to condemning conservatives with rhetoric like this from CNN.
But the most dangerous trend they've doubled down on is this assault on democracy itself. And I'm not just talking about the recall's end run around general elections in a state where Republicans represent less than a quarter of registered voters.
Would it not also constitute democracy for the very people who voted Gavin Newsom into office and gave him his power to be able to remove him from office and strip him of his power for failing so badly the way that he has? The rules of this recall process come from the Constitution of the state of California. So if it's such an anti-democratic process, why hasn't the state of California, which is run by Democrats, changed it? As of August 30th of this year, there are 22 million registered voters in the state of California. If Republicans really only represent a quarter of those voters, then all Democrats have to do is show up to the ballot box, vote no, and Gavin Newsom can continue to destroy the state of California like he already has. But the Democrats are afraid that it's not going to turn out that way, and so they're labeling this as an assault on democracy. It seems like Republicans are just playing by the Democrats' rulebook.
In Pennsylvania, Republicans have launched their own forensic audit based on this shambolic hyper-partisan effort in Arizona. This sickness is spreading overseas as well.
So wanting a fair election that is free of fraud and skullduggery is now a sickness? Why are the Democrats so afraid of audits and they become so enraged when the people demand transparency? If your elections really are legitimate, wouldn't you want people to see the evidence of that?
And make no mistake, this is Donald Trump's doing. Because for him, no American president would have considered denying the reality of an election result.
Yeah, except for this guy. I realize he was only vice president at the time, but I'm old enough to remember when Al Gore sued George Bush over the results of the 2000 election. But that's just another narrative by the left, that all bad things begin and end with Donald Trump. The Democrats know that their policies are failing, so their last resort is to mock, scorn, berate, and ostracize anybody who doesn't fall in line. Sending positive vibes to California so that they can recall Newsom and get someone in office who can finally do some good in California.